Hi there, it's good to see you. Please subscribe so we can see each other again. My name is Jill Maurer, and today we're talking all about October birthstones. October babies. You are the ones who can wear opals. So your two birthstone choices are opal and tourmaline, and some say pink tourmaline, but tourmaline comes in a variety of colors, and I would say that you're free to wear any of the colors of tourmaline. So why would you want two choices? If I had an opal, I would want another choice, and I'll tell you why. An opal is a very fragile stone. Depending on the opal, it's all the way down on a 1.98 to about a 2.25 on the Mohs scale, which goes up to a 10. This is a very soft, easily scratchable, easily breakable stone. So it's good for you to have an alternative. And it's a good one. The tourmaline is a good alternative. On the Mohs scale, a tourmaline is around a 7 to a 7.5, making it a durable stone. It's not it's not, say, as durable as a sapphire, but it is durable enough that you can wear that in a ring. And if you can wear it in a ring, you can wear it in just about everything. You can wear it in a necklace, bracelet, whatever. You will see opal rings. I wouldn't recommend that if you have a solid opal because the chances of that thing cracking are pretty good. What opals can do is they can be made a little bit stronger. The way that happens is that an opal can be sliced and backed by another stone, usually a hard stone, and they're sort of glued together. And so this stone will be hard and also dark to help the flashiness of the opal. And so that's a little bit stronger. Now, a triplet is when they take that same thing and then they put a clear layer over the top. And the clear layer could be a clear stone, it can even be plastic. And what that clear layer does is it provides another layer of protection, and it also sort of magnifies the stone and the colors that are flashing in the stone. It also makes the opal less expensive. So that is one way that you can get away with wearing an opal on your finger. My mother did wear an opal ring. It was a solid opal, and she never broke it. But I have seen some disasters with opals. An opal is so soft, it can even be hard to have it reset. You may take a ring to a jeweler and ask them to take that out and put it into a necklace, and there will be more than one jeweler, depending on that setting, that says, I'm not touching this. Looking at opals for a minute and the varieties they come in, a precious opal is usually either white or black, and it can be brown or have a sort of a navy kind of background or a black background, and if it is anything other than white, it's called black. And so it'll have a base color and then it'll have lots of flashes of color, and these flashes are caused by humidity that are within the stone. So an opal can lose those flashes of color if it cracks and the water kind of seeps out of it. So they can lose their color. But a precious opal is a beautiful thing. It almost looks surreal because there are so many different flashes of green and red and orange within the stone itself. It almost looks surreal. There are also common opals, and the common opals are much less expensive. They can be anything from milky, they can be kind of a milky white or blue or gray, or if they have some translucence to them and they fall into the orange, yellow, red kind of pattern, that's known as a fire opal. Some people will call them a jelly opal, but a fire opal. Those are found throughout the world, including places in Mexico and the United States. So these are relatively inexpensive ways to wear an opal. An opal is said to represent justice, harmony, and be protective in case of danger. But I don't even know of a stone that has more superstition surrounding it than an opal. One of the superstitions is that you should not wear an opal unless you are an October baby, unless you were born in October, because it can bring bad luck. And throughout history, there's this push and pull between some people considering it good luck and some people considering it bad luck. In fact, medieval Europeans thought that it represented evil because it looked kind of like the eyes of animals that they considered to be evil, so cats, snakes, and toads. Queen Victoria did a lot to bring the opal back into the fold. She loved opals, she collected opals, and she wanted, she told people they were lucky, and she had them. But this all kind of fell apart when King Alfonso VII of Spain had a little run-in with an opal. He had a jilted lover, and at his wedding, she gifted the couple a beautiful opal in gold, and his new wife fell in love with this opal and immediately wanted to start wearing it and was dead within 2 months. And the king was said to be so distraught that he just put that opal on and wore it, and he was also dead within a month. So this is the kind of push and pull throughout history where the opal is concerned, where many people are saying, no, 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 it's fine, it's good luck, and other people going, it was bad news for me. And I have my own personal story. It's bad news for me. I do not own an opal. I will not own an opal. And I had a situation where I got an opal, immediately had bad luck, got rid of it, and it turned around. And so I am not particularly a superstitious person, but October babies, you can have all the opals. I'm not getting in your way. So if you're an October baby and you feel totally safe for an opal, you go for it. But if you're a little nervous about it, or if you have an opal but you want an alternative that you can wear more often, a tourmaline is a great option. Tourmalines come in all kinds of beautiful colors. They're gorgeous stones. There is a tourmaline for everyone. So if you like color, tourmaline is definitely your stone. And what's interesting is these can even come in bicolor and tricolor stones. So one stone can have 2 different colors, and oftentimes there's a clear division between those colors. Some of the most beautiful stones I've seen have been bicolor tourmalines. A watermelon tourmaline, you'll hear that term, a watermelon tourmaline, and that is a tourmaline that has red or a dark pink with green and white, and it kind of looks like the colors of a watermelon. So tourmalines offer a lot of beautiful options for jewelry as well. Both opals and tourmalines have an interesting history with royalty, and I mentioned Queen Victoria having a collection. There is the Andamuka opal, which is a big opal that is gorgeous and has been worn by a lot of royalty. What's interesting about a tourmaline is that tourmalines can mimic other stones. The blues can be so blue and beautiful that they look like sapphires. The reds, which we call rubelites, can often imitate rubies. They'll look a lot like rubies. And the crown jewels of the 17th century in Russia, they thought they were rubies, and it turns out they were tourmalines. So tourmalines have been in important pieces in history, even though the people didn't realize it at the time. Perhaps the greatest lover of tourmalines the world has ever known was Empress Cixi of China. And she ruled China from 1860 to 1908 and loved tourmalines so much, especially pink tourmalines, that she collected them from all over the world and made some people very, very rich doing it. And she loved tourmalines so much, she had them carved, she wore them, she had them all around her. She loved tourmalines so much that she even wanted to rest forever on a tourmaline pillow, which apparently she is still doing today. Doesn't sound comfortable to me, but I hope she is. So there you go. October babies have 2 very interesting choices, and you can choose to have both, the opal and the tourmaline. Let me know in the comments below. Are you an October baby? What do you think about opals? What do other people think about opals? Is anybody out there as terrified of an opal as I am? I'm going with the tourmaline. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to know more about birthstones, check out my birthstone playlist, and don't forget to subscribe. I'd really love to see you again. Bye for now.